Hello, 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 and welcome to this final boss fight livestream. My name is John. Hello, Sunshine Ash, and we are live with this story time with QueenCreeps.
That's me!
And for that means I'm joined by QueenCreeps.
That's me!
Oh, no.
That's her. We are also joined by Sean,
That's me!
who is the designated note taker, and the Tannie dragon is also here.
Who the fuck is that?
That's you.
Oh, shit, okay.
That's you!
And we are here to venture into the vault of the vampires.
Vamps.
Sorry, is it vampires or vampire? One or mole?
Vampire.
So
That vampire dude.
just the one.
Yeah, I literally chose it because this is the Vampire Dude Day.
So we're gonna be doing this. We've rolled up our stats already. We've got the best of skills. We've got the worst of luck. So what could possibly go wrong? Let's find out.
Okay, so let me tell you things. For those of you who don't know, this is from a series called Fighting Fantasy, which was a series of choose your own adventure books.
Oh yeah,
And
details.
basically, yeah, if you have the book, you don't read it through like chronologically. You go to the first part, page 1, and then it will give you a description, and then it will say something like, if you wish to turn left, turn to page this, or if you want to turn right, turn to page that. And you can choose how the story goes, and someone just sent me something on Snapchat. Not today, bitch.
Last time I did that was like last week, I think, and I won that one.
But there's also some dice rolling in it because we will be fighting some monsters. And how combat works is that I will roll 2 dice as the enemy, and John is going to be rolling 2 dice as our hero. So,
I have actual
yeah,
physical
name
dice
your
and
hero.
things.
Who's your hero? What's he or she called?
Can it just be a dragon?
Can it? No, it can't just be a dragon.
Pelamar.
Pelamar. So John will roll the dice as Pelamar, and Sean's going to be taking notes, and Tanny's just going to decide things, I guess.
I'm gonna decide things. I'm gonna fuck things up.
Tanny's here for colour commentary and being generally interesting.
Yes. So basically, if John rolls higher than me, we both roll 2 dice. If John rolls higher than me and his skill points, are higher than mine, then he will win and take 2 stamina points off of me. But if I win, I take 2 stamina points off of him.
Oh.
Now, so that's basically, those are the basics. So unfortunately, they haven't rolled the best of luck, which luck is going to be a bit essential, and they rolled the lowest they possibly could. So we can only see how well that will go.
Yeah, thanks, John.
I'm sorry, it was a dice.
I'm not angry. I'm just disappointed.
It was the dice. Blame the dice.
No.
Oh.
Oh my god, there's an actual SCP of Dorian the Grey Cat. I must see this.
I like that one. Anyway.
So, here is the background. Are you ready?
Here is the background of the shot. Oh no, wait,
Shut up.
that's not what you meant.
Right. Rumors of great wealth and treasure have lured you west of Fentfree in the old world.
I
to
like
the
both those
forbidding-
things.
to the forbidding land of Moristatia, home of unscalable peaks clad in ice and snow, obscured by great swathes of freezing mist. The air is cold and damp, and you are dressed in furs to keep out the chill. Well, hang on, the description before said we were in leather armor!
Now
Yes,
we're
but-
in fur.
He lied
With-
to us!
With fur over the top of the leather armour because it's cold.
Admittedly, I'm assuming that it's not listed all of our equipment. Otherwise, it would also have clothes, shoes, and everything else. Because if we were going by that, we're literally in leather armor and nothing else.
Hunched in a swaying coach heading north towards Mortvania, you wonder, or Mortvania even, you wonder whether any of the rumors you've heard have any truth in them. People hereabouts are poorly fed and clothed, and this hardly seems a place of great riches. Still, perhaps that means the treasures are still hidden, and that the local folk haven't found them. You are aroused from your reverie as the coach creaks to a halt. The coachman opens the door and begins lowering trunks and bags from the roof. You step out into a murky twilight. A thick winter fog is drawing in round the little coaching village of Leverhelven, where you will rest tonight. The tavern is small and hardly luxurious, but the food is hot and the mulled wine is spiced and refreshing. But the local people, wary as strangers, talk little. After you enter, the tavern door is barred, and the windows are already shuttered. The place has a strange name, the Heart's Blood. But this doesn't look like hunting country, except for those seeking bears or wolves for their pelts. You ask the tavern keeper how the inn got its name, and a deathly hush descends in the room. He turns away, refusing to speak to you. You wonder how a polite and innocent question can make him react in such a way. What's more, a man sitting by the fire turns around and spits at your feet!
How wooed!
An
These are
old
the option
woman...
to kill him immediately.
An old woman, swathed in shawls and a peasant's smock, looks over you and says, "Foreigners don't know better." You take her over a drink and tell her, You take her over a drink and ask her to tell you more. At least she's talking to you, which is more friendly than anyone else in here is. She gulps greedily at the warm wine. "'Tain't no Heart's Blood, stranger. We're never called that till they changed the sign outside. 'Tis the Heart's Blood, see? Heart. That's what too many folk round there are giving up, their heart's blood." The low murmur of voices that have begun once more is completely silenced. Many people are casting fierce looks at you and the old woman, and the barman bellows at her to be silent. But her face is flushed with the warmth and the wine, and she says she will not be unheard. "'Tis the Count, damn his black heart. Folk vanish from the village, they do, and are never seen again. The Count takes them up to the castle to be sure, and then they die a terrible death. Terrible! There's folks that have heard the screams from this place. Screams from the souls in hell itself." Now tears run down her old, weathered face. "Didn't we take my granddaughter only yesterday? Didn't we see the coach and the headless horseman in the village? My poor little Natassia, such a beautiful, gentle girl, taken by the fiend himself, and not a man in this godforsaken place brave enough to go to the castle and save her." Embarrassed voices murmur around the room as sparks fly from the fire. The crackling of the burning wood seems to empathize the old woman's desperate plea. "I beg you, sir, to rescue her. She's only 17, and she's done no harm to anyone." She bursts into tears again. A tall red-haired man gets up from the table opposite and reproaches you. You see he's only one arm, the right sleeve of his tunic being pinned up to his chest. "Stranger, I take you for a wanderer, a seeker after adventure. What old Svetlana says is true. The Count is a terrible and evil soul, and Castle Hedrick is a place to horror. I would have tried to slay him myself, but for one obvious reason." You nod as he glances down at his empty sleeve.
That you're some sort of pansy, yes.
Yeah, I think it's because he is armless, Sean.
Some sort of pansy, I know.
Oh,
He
Will
appears
you
to have been
help us?
disarmed.
Will you help us?
No, we're going to just keep making arm puns at you for a little while first. Yes.
Listen here, you son of a bitch! From my own days as a warrior, I have some gold put by, and it's yours gladly if you'll help and stop making arm jokes at me.
I can promise the first one, but not the second.
The eyes of all present turn to you, imploring your assistance. You're about to nod your agreement to this proposal when the door of the tavern bursts open. The people inside cry out in fear as an icy blast whips through the room.
Didn't we
Outside
bar
in the
that?
mist. What?
Didn't they bar the door when we got in and now it's just burst open?
Yeah?
Somebody
people
needs to
inside
look at the bar.
The people inside cry out in fear as an icy blast whips through the room. Outside in the mist, you can make out a black coach with 4 jet black steeds prancing and whinnying, and in the doorway stands a spectral figure. Bony fingers extend from black sleeves, and he beckons you.
It looks like our ride's here, guys.
But he says nothing. How could he? He has no head.
Ah, fuck.
Now turn to paragraph 1.
I turned to the guy with one arm and said, "You know this guy? Do you have like a do you have like a lost body parts support group?"
Okay, I'm going to walk away now. You follow the beckoning
You need to
figure
go to the
outside.
second-hand shop.
You follow the beckoning figure outside into the swirling mists. It leaps up to the driver's seat of the black coach and the carriage door swings open. The steeds prance expectantly, their breath steaming in the cold air. Will you attack the headless horseman, get in the coach, or ignore the coach and ask a local person how to get to the castle?
I was just going to ask, is there an option for ignore this shit? But apparently, yes, there is.
No,
Shall
I
we?
tried horse racing, but I could never seem to get ahead.
No. Bad Tannie.
The protagonist is such a dick, so what do you guys want to do?
I'm out of here, bye.
So the options are we either get in the coach or we get somewhere other way of doing it.
Or you can attack him, yeah.
Or we're gonna attack. Attacking him seems silly.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody's already taken his head, so you know.
You usually be head over heels with someone.
We'll be here all week. Try the veal. Tip your waitress. Should we just get in the coach? Like, it's clearly a trap and we're going to die horribly, but, you know, at least we know it's coming.
Yeah, well, we prepared for it at the very least.
Yeah.
Alright. So you want to get
We'll get in the coach.
It's probably comfy at the very least.
Yeah, and then we die. So, you know.
So 174.
Let's not get ahead of ourselves.
No.
You clamber into the coach. I hate you so much. You clamber into the coach and the horses set off of a gallop, making no sound as they move. You settle back into a comfortable seat draped in black. Looking through the heavy purple curtain windows, you see nothing outside but thick swirling fog. But the wolf howls you heard send shivers down your spine. Roll 1 dice and add 2 to the number rolled.
7.
Is that less than or equal to your faith?
That is less than our thing.
Okay. That's fine.
You die horribly of fear.
223. I'm really not liking the look of this.
Uh-oh.
223. Suddenly you feel a chill inside the carriage, and there, slowly appearing before you, is a ghost.
Go, 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 go!
The spectral shape.
Zoink, Scoob!
The spectral shape of a tall man with wavy black hair and green eyes. His figure almost covered by a voluminous black and purple cloak, sits smiling opposite you. The Count is expecting you, he smirks. Although your stay will be a very short one, I fear. He sits back and continues to smile in a leering, mocking way. Then the carriage lurches abruptly, and the ghostly apparition springs forward at you. Roll 1 dice and add 4 to the result.
But I can see, it's gonna go right through us.
5.
So that's 9.
No, I rolled 1.
Oh. Okay.
So 5.
I will read what that is in a second because I can hear my cat screaming outside. So just delay things as I go and rescue her.
We're dead. That's what's happened. We're dead.
We've been joined by the ghost with the most.
So what's Ghost's favourite type of pie?
I don't know.
Blueberry.
We don't stand a ghost of a chance. Eh? Eh? Oh, we're dead.
Yeah. Yes, we are. And it's all your fault, John.
When does a ghost go on
When? What? You cut out.
vacation? Red.
Still cutting out lots, so we
I
get like,
think.
where to go? Vacation.
When does a ghost go on vacation?
Is where possibly.
Yeah,
Where?
Malibu. Malibu.
That's terrible. Yeah, that's a really bad joke.
Ah.
Can we go back to the one-armed man? He was
Came
fun.
back. No, we're not going back to the one-arm man.
Please, I have probably more jokes for him.
No.
You call them jokes, John.
I mean, I appreciated them.
Alright, so we got 5. Is that less than our faith?
Yes.
So 321.
We are
Points of
dead.
damage, yes, so...
We
How
are
do we
dead.
appear?
We already
Oh,
lost it.
No. That's a good thing that you got that.
Oh, yay.
The spectral creature lunges at you, but his hands stop short of your neck, and he hisses in frustration. Your faith has protected you from his attack. He wraps his cape around him and simply vanishes. Increase your faith by 1 point.
Yay.
So we're now on 7?
Oh, sorry. We are on 7, yes.
Yay.
You continue your journey safely until the coach stops at the foot of a hill and you descend. The coach races off in the heavy mists and is soon out of your sight. Turn to 362.
Bye.
You walk along as far as the base of a narrow trail. What?
A clever name or something has just joined the FBF party. Welcome to the
shit.
FBF family. Take up your sword and let's take this final boss fight on together. Thank you, a clever name or something.
That's one of my friends. Hi!
Greetings. Welcome to die.
Welcome to Vale... Oh, not Vale. Vault, even, of the Vampire.
Vault of the Vampire.
You walk along as far as the base of a narrow trail which leads up a steep incline, and suddenly you walk out of the fog into a completely clear area. Darkly illuminated by 3/4 moon stands the brooding Castle Heydrich. You can walk up and enter the half-open front gates, or walk around the outside to see what you can try and make of this place.
A clever name or something says, "Hi, Queen." Also, other people I just met. Hi, clever username.
We are joined by Jonathan, Shaunathan, and Tannie.
The fuck? Okay.
So we just walked into a clearing in the mist.
And we see the castle, we can have a walk in... We can have a walk up to the gates, or we can have a walk around to see if we can see something.
Should we look around?
I think it's probably best to look around.
Let's look around.
There might be something in the garden.
It's,
Alright.
it's either going to kill us, or we're going to find something.
Yeah, I'll take my chances with maybe finding something.
You skirt carefully around the building. You have approached from the south and can make out some features of what seems to be a 2-story building. In the southwest and southeast corners are the towers, whose spires loom above the slate roofs over the stone walls. Bats flit into and out of the southwest tower belfry. The arrow slits in the towers are too high and too narrow to climb in through. You can see lights on the ground floor from windows in the west and east sides, but heavy drapes prevent you from seeing anything within the castle itself. Roll 1 dice and add 3.
That is a total of 7.
Less than or equal to your faith, so turn to 99.
Yay!
You say that now?
Boo.
Although there is a quality of indescribable evil about the castle, you can also sense some powerful good in this place.
Yay!
From the center, right, note this down. From the center of the north wall, there is something. Is it magic, perhaps? Since you can't get into this part of the castle directly, you'll have to enter the main gates to find out.
So there's something in the center of the north wall.
Yeah, 326.
God damn it, we should have just, Minecraft into the north wall, just pickaxe through the damn thing.
I have put center of north wall, magic or summit.
You put your shoulder to the heavy wooden gates, and they open with a creak which sets your nerves on edge. You walk through a small entrance area into a large courtyard. Facing you, you observe great brass-decorated doors across the courtyard, and past the entrance to what looks like a family crypt. There are also 2 doors to the west of you, and a door just round the corner, which opens into a southern part of the main building. Will you head for the brass doors to the north, open the door in the south, open the upper west door, open the lower west door, or head for the crypt?
Oh, get on the floor and walk like a dancer.
Is that an option that we can do, Amy?
That is not an option, no.
Oh.
Sadly not.
I mean, will the door in the north, the brass door, lead us to the north thingy that we just felt through sheer force of wominess?
I mean, the big brass door sounds like the front door, which wouldn't exactly be my first choice of going through.
Front doors means like you're fucked.
Okay,
Sorry,
so what are other doors?
So brass door to the north, door in the south, upper west door, lower west door, or the crypt.
Let's not do the crypt, because it's a crypt. I'm open to any other door.
I mean, upper west would be kind of northwest.
Okay.
We may better get.
A clever name or something suggests the front door of an evil castle. What could possibly go wrong?
Let me count the ways. Death, 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 death.
So upper west.
Annihilation.
I'll go upper west. Yeah.
I mean, once again, it could lead to death, but either way.
Or
You
cake.
open the doors. you open the doors into a stabling room. It looks bare, but there is an odd smell in here. That of wolves, and you can hear growling through the thin wall to the south. So you decide not to go in that direction. Now, will you enter and search this room carefully, head for the crypt, head for the brass northern doors in the courtyard, or open the southern door in the courtyard?
So west door led to horrible wolviness, but we decided against it.
But you can enter
We
and
can't
search
go
the room.
further, but we can look around in this little bit, right?
Yes.
I mean, I'm seeing no reason not to just have a quick...
Yeah, yeah.
Have a quick butchers.
Yep, let's do that. That's page 5.
Have a
Oh, fuck.
Never mind. We're dead.
I'll
As
get
you-
the health counter. Hang on.
As you cross the portal, you observe a pentagram on the floor. Too late! A smoky shape materializes within it, and a spectral steed with fierce glowing eyes. Its breath, fire, and choking smoke bounds forth to attack you. You have no
Binky!
time to run. You must fight the Count's terrible demon steed.
Oh my god, it's a nightmare.
You must subtract 2 points from your skill for the duration of this combat only, due to the choking effects of the steed's fiery breath.
Oh,
Right.
nuts.
So we're on 10, right?
Our skill is 10 for the duration of this battle.
So, note down, the demon steed has a skill of 8 and a stamina of 10.
Oof.
Skill of 8 and stamina of 10.
Yes. So remember, you roll 2 dice and you add your skill to it, which in this case is 10.
Butt nuggets.
Attack.
I rolled an 8, so 18.
18. I rolled that. I rolled 19. Ha ha!
So we take 2 points of damage.
Yeah, 2 stamina off.
Oh.
Do not
Yeah.
fret.
We're on 16.
I'm fretting.
I rolled 15.
I rolled 17.
Well, good job. So stamina's down to 8.
Yep.
Well, that's better. I rolled.
That's not... I rolled a 14.
I rolled 13.
Yay! That is better.
6.
That is 14.
That is 15.
That is 4.
Would you like me to roll slightly higher so that we're not just beating her?
If at all possible, John.
Come on, dice.
That's 14 again.
That would be 6 plus 5 is 11. 21sies.
Yeah, I think you just about beat me there.
21, so 2 points. He's on.
It's on 2. Cool.
That's a 16.
Oh, that is also 16, so we tie. That means no
Nothing.
one takes damage. And that is 18?
I rolled 2 6s.
Yeah, so you're fine. You kill
40
him.
dead.
If you win, you find nothing of interest.
Can we go back and die so that at least we find
Hang on a
something
minute.
interesting?
If we succeed, we find nothing interesting. What if we die? We find something.
No, if you die, you die. So, will you, because we found nothing... Oh, by the way, put your skill back up to 12. Will you head for the crypt? Okay, well, will you head for the crypt, open the north brass door, or open the south-facing door?
Can we just drag around the dead horse body?
No.
Oh. Okay, south door?
The south door. Fabulous. That is 18.
Sure.
Sure.
Why not?
Open the door. It is very dark within, and you need your lantern to see by. Peering in, you can make out sacks of grain and some scurrying rats.
Turns
There's
out we
door
had a
on the west.
lantern.
Yeah, I said from the beginning you have a lantern.
Oh,
You did say that.
I wasn't paying attention.
There is a door in the west wall of the storeroom. Will you move to the west door in the storeroom, leave and approach the crypt if you haven't done so, or leave and approach the north doors in the courtyard?
I mean, they really want us to go to either the crypt or the north doors, but I feel that we should not do those things.
So, the west door?
West door in the thingamadoodle.
Okay. Why is my cat meowing when she's inside?
Because she wants to be let out.
I just let her in!
Yes, but she's a cat.
You are just... God. You are just getting close to the door when the rats start to squeak. Then they rush forward to attack you. There are too many for you to fight. You can either open the rest door and go through, or retreat back into the courtyard.
Blindly running into the next room, maybe? Question mark?
Yeah, let's do that.
It's either that or we got death on 2 different flavors. So let's do that.
115. You fling open the door, then slam it shut behind you to keep the squeaking horde at bay. You find yourself in a dusty chamber with a wooden spiral staircase leading upwards. It is dark and cobwebbed, so you need your lantern to see by. As you head towards the filth-encrusted wooden steps, 2 man-like figures loom out of the shadows. The stench of death is strong about them, and their half-rotting hands clutch rusted swords. Roll one
Stand up.
dice and add 2.
4 total.
So below your faith.
It is indeed.
Cool. 217. Oh wait, I went past it. I'm an idiot. These zombies, as you can see these pathetic things must be, hesitate and allow you to dash up the stairs without having to fight.
Bye!
See you later, shitlords.
Sucks to be you guys.
The stairs end The stairs end at a landing where you come to a door of black wood embellished with runes inlaid in silver. As you try to open it, the handle turns into a claw and grasps your wrist. Leave this place, the door intones sonorously.
Okay.
You are not allowed in here. The claw releases your hand, a talking door. You can try to get past it, or give up and go back to the courtyard.
I think we could try, but
I mean, being told we don't belong really makes me want to see what's on the other side of that door.
Careful, curiosity will kill the cat.
Oh. So, wanna go through the door?
sure.
Yeah.
Let's get on the door.
A clever name or something says that's not what doors are supposed to do.
What you mean? Your guys don't do that?
No.
You
My door
hammer on the door with the hilt of your sword to avoid damaging its blade. The door retaliates by jabbing you firmly in the midriff with the metal doorknob. Eventually, you break the door down, but you have taken some damage in the process. Roll 1 dice.
Ah, cocked. 1 minute. 2.
Rude. Lucky, because the number rolled is the number of stamina points you lose before you manage to smash the door down.
We're on 14 health.
Remember, you can eat provisions at any time to increase force stamina.
Do we want to eat a provision to regain our stamina?
How many provisions do we has?
10.
Yeah, now seems as good as time as any. We've lost 4.
And we regain 4 freeing ones, don't we?
Yes.
So yeah, we're not currently being threatened by anything, so let's have a snack.
We're back at full.
Beyond the stairs continue upwards, and you see the dim outline of a bell tower. You can also hear a high-pitched squeaking and fluttering. You can either press upwards or go back to the courtyard. I don't want to go back to the courtyard when we've just spent all this time smashing the door down.
Yeah, we
It's
just...
like, oh, I've just taken damage getting through this door. Fuck it, we're gonna leave.
If I was going to leave, I would have done it before smashing the door down.
So 33. As you enter the bell tower, a flock of bats rises up and starts swarming in the air in front of your face. You must test your luck.
Well, this can only go well.
Remind me how we do that again.
Roll 2 dice.
I rolled a 5.
Oh, thank God for that. But now your luck's down to 6, so 86.
Yay!
Hey.
You did pass.
Yay!
You swing your lantern around and drive the bats off. They fly squeaking out into the enveloping blackness of the night. You see before you in the dirty bell tower some old bronze bells and one silver bell, which seems to glow with a very faint blue light. Roll 1 dice and add 3.
7 total.
And what's your faith?
Faith is 7.
Okay, so you pass.
Yay!
179. You're being
Test
ridiculously
your
late.
Test your faith.
The silver bell radiates a sense of goodness to you. You look it over carefully, and inside the bell you find a name etched: Siegfried Heydrich.
Oh.
Sure, note that down. That sounds
Or it
important.
might be Heydrich. It's spelled S-I-E-G-F-I... I can spell. S-I-E-G-F-R-I-E-D was Siegfried.
Yeah.
And then H-E-Y-D-R-I-C-H.
H-E-Y.
D-I-C-H.
Yes.
D-I-C-H.
Although it could raise an alarm, on impulse you ring the bell because you're a total idiot.
Dong!
200.
A clever name or something says, he must have lost his bell. We should return it.
Oh, here we go. The clapper strikes the silver bell soundlessly, and a sudden shock runs through your body. You feel lightheaded and half swooning. A majestic figure stands radiant in the air before you. Clad in shining chainmail, bearing a shield of the purest white with a great red cross, and holding a magnificent long sword, stands the shape of Siegfried Heydrich.
Hey, we found your bell.
Former count of the castle in happier times. He stands just under 7 feet tall, and his flowing blonde locks frame his noble, smooth-complexioned and flawless face.
Jesus, you're tall.
The apparition speaks. Cleanse this place of shame and horror, brave warrior. My brother slew me by treachery, and I call on you to restore our good name and free the people from Rainer's thrall. In this place he has hidden my armor, my shield, and my great sword, Nightstar. I know not where they are, but I do know that a lesser magical blade, that of my faithful vassal, Mikhail, is hidden below this tower. It is to be found in a secret chamber below a hidden trapdoor at the base. Go now, my friend, and destroy the dread evil of this castle. Then
Okay.
the ghost is gone. Turn to 337.
I don't think he possessed the bell.
Maybe.
A clever a clever name or something says, so he possessed a bell behind an evil door?
Interesting.
You make your way downstairs with renewed vigor and faith. Gain 1 faith point and 1 luck point.
Yay!
So we're back up to 7 luck.
Yep.
And 8 faith.
Good job.
Yay, us.
At the base of the bell tower, you find the concealed trapdoor and retrieve the sword Siegfried described. Add the magic sword to your possessions.
Magic.
Yay!
Oh my god,
The
so magic.
The magic sword is not a powerful one. It
Aw.
does not add anything to your skill when you use it. However, creatures are lurking about which can be hurt only by magical weapons, so the sword is very valuable.
Yay!
Also, when you tell it to do so, it will shine brightly in the dark, so you will not need to use your lantern again.
Yay! We got
Be gone,
Sting!
not lantern.
We got Sting!
Now you return to the courtyard, so turn to 380.
Yes, we return to the courtyard, for fuck's sake, Brooke.
There's
Back
no
in the
more...
main courtyard, You can investigate the crypt if you haven't already done so, or head for the main north doors. The fact that the crypt says if you haven't already done so probably means if you go through the doors, you can't turn back.
Probably.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking we go to the crypt first.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So the crypt. The crypt has a stone entrance with steps leading downstairs. Hideous gargoyles' heads with fiendish grins stare balefully down at you, and the heavy iron railings are firmly locked. Behind you, you hear snarls, somewhere behind the doors to the west, and decide not to investigate these. But will you try and force the gates to the crypt, open the southern door in the courtyard if you have not already done so, or head for the brass doors to the north?
Force the gate. That's what I'd do.
Okay.
Yeah.
141. The gates are made of solid, inch-thick iron bars. You cannot open them. Roll 1 dice and add 2.
6 total.
Alright, so you're fine. 192. Just keep scrolling. Here we go. Your efforts to penetrate the crypt don't go unnoticed. Drifting up the steps comes a tiny dwarf-like spectral figure.
Oh, it's a tiny dwarf.
A tiny dwarf-like spectral figure, black and almost featureless. You can sense the chilling evil in the atmosphere which cloaks it.
I'm
It's
slightly
tiny.
disappointed in the tiny dwarf now.
Its tiny black claws reach out for you. Will you fight it, run to the south doors, or run to the north doors?
Can I Sparta kick it out of my sight? There's just Sparta kick it first.
I think
Well-
that would classify as fighting it.
Which would you like to do?
Shall we do that thing?
Let's kick its ass.
Yeah.
Let's kick its face in.
292. Okay. I need to put my boobs away.
What away?
Um,
Oh, woo!
Do you have a magic sword?
and now you can see why Amy is not on the camera.
Amy.
Do you have a magic sword?
We do.
Yes.
Fabulous.
I don't remember if we have a name for the magic sword, so...
It's just magic sword.
The shadow is not easy to hit, but with your magic sword, you can at least damage it.
Yay.
So, skill 8 and stamina is 6. That is 18.
I rolled 18.
So no one takes damage. Your skill is 12. How did you roll that shit?
Shush.
Oh,
Denies
that's
it.
better. That is 13.
I rolled more than that. 17, 21.
Cool. So down to 4. That is 14.
20.
Okay.
2.
15.
I rolled 2 6s, so...
Full damage. Yep, you kill it. If you win, you can either investigate the door to the south if you haven't done so before, or check the brass doors to the north. So that was fucking pointless.
So... A clever name or something says that we should name our magic sword Daryl.
I thought he was about to say name the sword a clever name.
Which is a heroic name. And Waffleman 2 says, Sup, nerds.
Oh, hey, Waffle.
How dare you call me nerd? I am a
And then
child.
a clever name or something says, Oh, hey, Waffle.
Yeah. Those
I'm
two
not
are,
a nerd. I am
those
a
two-
child.
those two are secretly lovers.
Hey, Waffle and name.
That's a lie. They're not actually.
They are. It's canon
So-
now.
Yeah,
Only go
you've
to
said
the
it.
northern doors.
We're going to go to the northern door because we've done everything else.
Fuck it.
Including waste our time on a fucking tomb.
We have literally wasted so much time.
We killed a dwarf and a horse for no rename.
You push open the brass...
Waffle Man would like to point out, Amy, that they are already married.
Rip.
So, why?
You push open the brass doors and walk into a well-lit entrance hall which is deserted. Floor mosaics and wall hangings are plain black, and red give the chamber a somber appearance, and for a moment you think you hear a faint moaning sound. There are 3 exits from the hall. Will you leave through a door to the north, a corridor to the east, or a door to the west?
To the west, to the west. Oh, wait.
You agree on the
Yeah.
west?
Waffle Man says, faint moaning sound. Nice. Yeah, why not west?
To the west, everybody come to the west.
You open the door into a dusty, cobwebbled storage chamber that is full of lumber. If you search here, you could possibly be surprised by someone entering the main hall. So will you search it, leave and open the north door, or leave and follow the east passage?
Do we want to just have a quick look?
Let's have a
The
look.
way it says that you might be surprised by someone in the hall means we're going to be surprised.
I mean, we're not going to be surprised by someone in the hall. They've told us we might be, but we'll know they're coming.
So 110. Roll 2 dice.
No. 4.
That is less than your skill. So you succeed.
Yay.
You get surprised by someone in the hall.
I didn't see this coming.
You make a lucky find in the middle of all the junk. A crystal vial with a silver filigree banding worth 4 gold pieces.
Whoa.
No.
You return to the entrance hall, and here you can open the north door or take the east passage.
North. Do we want to go north?
To the north.
North.
I mean,
North.
we felt magic to the north from outside, so...
Good.
1 and 1.
That's how many Dalmatians there are.
You push open the north door in the entrance hall and see a brightly lit corridor stretching up before you. The floor is tiled and there are small watercolor paintings hung on the walls. Before you there is a door on the east wall, and further along one on the west wall between the two, there is a side passage to the east. There is also a door facing you at the north end of the corridor. Will you open the north door, the east door, the west door, or go down the eastern side passage?
I lost track of my options, so I'm going to leave it up to someone else.
North door, east door, west door, or the eastern side passage that you didn't look at?
The eastern side patch that we didn't look at.
Sure.
Sure.
Oh no, it's not that. It's just down the corridor. So either way, do you still want to go down there?
Sure.
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 A clever name or something says, in an evil castle. Oh, sweet, this cup looks expensive.
After
can
progressing
sell
some
it.
10 feet, you come level with a door on the north side of the passage, and then the dimly lit, tiled corridors continue to a door at the end. Will you open the north door or the door further along? And you can debate that whilst I go see why the fuck my cat keeps screaming.
Because it wants to be let out.
I'm just gonna be right back, because I need to real myself. Because I want to do my... Actually, no, I can't be asked. I'll do it tomorrow.
Waffle Man, we'll ask when they get back. North door?
I'm
Nerd,
thinking
nerd,
north door.
nerd, nerd,
North door.
nerd, 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 nerd.
Cats want to be everywhere at once. It's that simple.
Yeah.
I miss my cat already. And she's only on the other side of the door.
Go give cat pets.
I already have. She just wants me to be leaving her alone.
Okay.
I'm so tired.
So we got a lot of streams coming up, guys. While this small downtime is happening, as we look at the north door and go, shall we go through that? Let's go through that. Tomorrow night, Jeff and myself will be streaming in Elite Dangerous. We'll be back at the helm of the Ravens Strike, which is Jeff's ship, as we find out what it means now that he is elite, but not yet dangerous. And on Friday, Jeff takes the GM's chair as the Princes of the Apocalypse campaign continues, with the group making it to Womford to explore the town and investigate a mysterious book.
They got to go to the scholar Lamar Burton.
And then on Sunday, the storm... Oh, no.
I thought there was Stonking Thunder on Sunday.
There is. You just got back, so I stopped advert.
Oh, well, she just wanted to be fed, so we're all good.
Waffle Man says, probably wants food. Queen, did you feed your cat?
Well, now I have.
Well, that was a bit of a prediction right there.
Well done, Waffle Man.
All right. So it is
North Door.
North Door. Okay.
Also, Queen, god damn it, do it before 11 p.m. It's 9:30, dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
37.
I'm also being told I should just call him Waffle.
You open the door and enter a shrine of some kind. The room is unlit, and you will need a light source to see by. There are white and yellow cloths on tables, wall hangings, and decorating the room, small stools, and a writing table. There is also a book lying on a chair which attracts your attention, so you pick it up. It is a history of the lives of some famous holy men and healers, and it has a signature on the flyleaf, that of Gunther Heydrich.
Gunther D. Hunter of the Dark Star.
I was gonna say,
Had a feeling you'd like that. You can take this book with you if you wish.
I mean,
taking it.
Why not?
I'm not going to say nah.
Add the Book of Healers to your possessions.
Yeah.
Book
Um,
of Heal.
There is a spy hole on the east wall, and you can stand on a stool to look at it. Beyond, you can see. Okay. Beyond, you can see a bare chamber with a pair of zombies standing motionless on guard, holding fearsome halberds. Behind them is a half-open door leading into a bare chamber with stone steps going up. There doesn't seem to be any way of getting into the zombie chamber from here, so you leave and head for the door at the end of the eastern side passage outside. Turn to 258.
No.
Also, the chat is now telling me the correct ways to address them. Which is nice. So thank you, guys.
258. You see that there is a plaque on the door with the inscription Dr. Karl Adenauer. You knock politely, and the wavering but sharp voice answers, "Come!" You step in and see a grey-haired, middle-aged man in robes sitting at a desk covered with papers, neatly stacked up in piles.
Oh no, the worst enemy! A general practitioner!
No.
The room is chock full of books and papers, and the man peers at you over a crystal ball mounted on the dragon's foot, which stands on his desk. "Dr. Adenauer, young man," he says, rather needlessly. "Sage in the employ of Count Rainer Heydrich. Wretched man never gives me enough money for my research. These important books cost a fortune." And he indicates a wall full of bookcases with a sweep of his hand. He looks grumpy, but he isn't hostile. At least, he doesn't seem to be. Will you attack him, talk to him, and leave and return to the corridor? Yes, those are your options.
He doesn't seem hostile. Will you just up and kill him?
Yes, let's just run him through with this sword and be done with it.
Yes.
No, let's talk to him.
I think talking will be a good idea.
Then maybe stabbing. We'll see about stabbing after the talking.
75. You are wondering what to say, but the sage talks freely of his own accord. Mostly he goes on about how mean the Count is, and how he, the sage, needs more money for his books. You realise that you're going to have to pay for information, and it isn't going to come cheap. While you're wondering how much to offer and how to do this politely, the sage suddenly announces, "Of course, for a goodly sum in gold, I could get you into the library. Who knows what you might not find in there?" You can ask the sage about various matters, but you'll have to pay him for each answer you get. He will accept gold pieces or any treasure items of equal value. You can choose what You can choose what you want to ask about from the list below, but you must pay for each answer you get. The sage demands payment in advance, and he doesn't haggle. For each question, you will be referred to the paragraph with his answer, and then referred back to this paragraph. So you've got, the only thing you've got at the minute is a treasure worth 4 gold pieces.
Yep.
You can ask about getting into the library, but that will be 6, so you can't afford that.
Nope.
Where the Count can be found for 3. Relatives of the Count in the castle for 3. Nastasia, the missing village girl, for 2. What's in the crypt for 2. Or any afflictions you have for 2.
Well, we definitely don't need to know about the missing villager girl.
Yeah,
Yeah, the missing girl we need to know about.
Alright, so what's this page? 75. So, you want to pay for that?
Well, we're going to have to, aren't we? Yes.
will he give change or offer us an equal value of other question?
Well, you could ask about what's in the crypt, I guess.
So we got a possibility of 2 that cost 2.
Yeah.
So that's where's the villager and
What's in the crypt?
Are there any others that cost 2, or is it just
any afflictions you have which you don't have?
afflictions? So yeah, what's in the thing? Yeah.
So first of all, the missing village girl, so 185.
Clever name says, "Oh hi, how are you, Stab?"
The sage ponders. Ah, yes. A young woman was dragged in recently, and the Count has her taken down to the crypt. He keeps people prisoner down there, and then either drinks their blood or hands them over to Katarina. Funny creature, Katarina. Can be very charming at times. He looks almost fond at the thought of Katarina.
Well, I think you just answered question 1 and 2.
Well, we might as well listen to question 2 as well.
I mean, we might find out what Katarina is.
So, 303.
Clever name says, "Can you give change if the person gives you a cup?"
The sage looks very serious and says that you don't want to go down there. The Count keeps prisoners in the crypt, and it's protected by traps and by a particular horrible enchanted monster made out of bones. Anyways, it's locked, and the Count has the keys in his room. The lock is magical, and only that key will get you in. It's a great iron key. I've seen the Count carrying it. But, as I say, you really don't want to go down there. Oh, no.
Good for you, Carl.
Fuck off, Carl.
Can we go back?
Um,
Can we go back to stabbing him and get our cup back?
After you finish paying for information and reduce the amount of treasures accordingly, you leave the sage to his musty old books and manuscripts.
Apparently
If
not.
the sage has given you an item, you follow his directions. Otherwise, you leave and return to the passage outside.
You just kind of waggling your sword as your legs are carrying you outside.
After careful searching, you find a secret door in the passage on the north wall, some 10 feet from the door at the end of the passage. You open it and enter a bare chamber with a half-open door in the east wall. Standing guard here are 2 zombies bearing polearms. Your faith will not protect you against these mindless but thoroughly trained guards. Fight the zombies one at a time in the doorway.
Okay.
So, a reminder of how it works for when you're fighting 2 people is that you have to fight them one at a time, but they can both attack you.
Yay.
So, basically, what will happen is that I will roll for the first zombie, who I'm assuming you'd attack first. And if you win, you will, attack it. But the second zombie, if you win, you won't attack it, you'll just defend yourself.
Okay.
So, first zombie has got 6 skill and 6 stamina. And the second one has 7 skill and 6 stamina.
Wow, and he lucky.
So, you want to fight the first zombie first?
Yeah.
Okay, first zombie. First zombie rolled a 17.
I rolled a 5 plus 3 plus 17 plus 20 total.
So, you attack it. Second zombie, do you defend?
Oh, probably not. 17 total.
13.
Yay.
You do.
You've got 12 skill, of course you're gonna beat it!
I rolled really
So-
badly.
Second zombie takes no damage, but you defended. So, first zombie again.
So
That is
that's
a 14.
23.
Okay, so that's down to 2. And second zombie. 7, 14.
More than that. 16, 21.
You defend. Okay, for zombie again. That is a 14 again.
I rolled a 18.
So you kill it. So second zombie you can now do damage to. And he rolled a 15.
Oh, I rolled 16. 16?
Yeah, good job.
Sweet,
That's not
sweet.
to full.
Clever Name says we should throw our cup at it. Oh, that's right. Carl took the cup.
Next is 18.
20 something. 23.
Final one. 7, 14.
Oh, poop. 16.
You kill it.
Woo!
Yeah, that's
Yes.
16.
300.
I rolled 2 2s.
Good job.
Woo!
348. You search the zombies, but they have nothing of value. You pass through the half-open door into the east wall and enter another bare chamber. Here, there is a flight of stone steps leading up, and the walls are lit with torches and sconces. You climb the steps, and when you get to the top, you are standing under the shaft of moonlight from a tiny circular window high on the north wall. Do you have the lycanthropy affliction?
No.
Do you have the major lycanthropy affliction?
No.
Good job. Right, 154.
Yay, us.
Yay.
Waffle says, what were the zombies going to have?
Oh, I just splashed water in my eye. How the fuck? I don't know. She's drinking water. It's like, bloop.
There are 2 doors in the bare chamber, so you decide to open one of them. Will it be the door in the south corner of the west wall, or the silver-handled door in the middle of the south wall?
I wonder why they wanted to know if we had lycanthropy.
Should we do the
Doesn't
silver-handled door?
Well, why not? We don't have lycanthropy.
That means we're not werewolves. We're not werewolves.
Oh, woo!
Werewolves.
You enter a lounge where nondescript carpets and plain wooden furniture litter the scene. You notice wall.
Yep.
Yep. You notice wall hangings displaying a bewildering variety of herbs and other plants, and an open door to the west. From that doorway, a man enters. He looks absent-mindedly at you. He is middle-aged and has a mane of grey and black hair tapering to a widow's peak above his face, which is dominated by his pale green eyes. Surprisingly, half of his face is also burnt off.
Hello, Gunter.
Yeah, it's not actually, but for the sake of imagination, let's just say it is. He's dressed simply in white and grey robes, and he carries a tray with a decanter and goblet, which he puts down as he greets you. I am Gunther Heydrich. What is your business here? He asks you.
It is
That's my
Gunther.
best- Yeah, that's my best Gunther impression. He seems kindly enough. Will you talk to him or attack him, being distrustful of any member of the Heydrich family?
Hi, how are you, Stab?
The fact that he's like coming into a room that's kind of secured by a silver door handle, and he's got like
I mean, didn't...
bright green eyes and kind of classic evil haircut, kind of makes me think he's a werewolf.
But didn't he have the book downstairs of, like, healers and things?
Maybe he's trying to find a healer because he needs to try and cure some lycanthropy.
Or he's half a face.
Or he's half a face.
So, talk to him or attack him.
Talk to him. I'm thinking.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm also just...
He's gonna be a werewolf, just saying.
I'm just liking the idea that this is like the FBF cinematic universe, like the characters are acting in this play, and so this is Gunter in the play. Like, finally, I get a role where my face is half burnt off. Yay!
I love it.
Oh boy.
Gunther gives you some food and wine. Recover 4 lost stamina points.
Oh,
We
So-
don't have any lost zone up.
can we go stab
tell-
ourselves a couple of times first?
And tells you of his work as a healer. He is well aware of his brother's evil and denounces Reyna as a cruel, vile creature. But Gunther claims to be no fighter.
Bye,
And in any
Waffle.
event, Oh, bye!
He says, "Try not to die."
We'll attempt to. And in any event, he could not bring himself to kill his own brother. Gunther seems weighed down by the evil of the castle, almost in a state of despair. You take a chance and announce that you are here to do away with Rainer Heydrich. Gunther's eyes light up with hope, and he says he will give you the one thing he has which could help. From a carefully concealed pocket inside his robes, he pulls out a silver crucifix on a chain. Adding that to destroy Reyna, this will be needed. Add the crucifix to your possessions.
Silver crucifix.
You will also need a stake to drive through Reyna's heart as he sleeps in his coffin, but Gunther does not have one. You'll have to find this elsewhere. Unless, of course, you find Siegfried's sword. Nightstar, for that also would destroy him, but it has been lost for many years, he sighs. Now, will you leave and open the west door on the landing, ask Gunther for help with an affliction if you have one, or show Gunther a book if you have one?
We have a book.
You have a book.
So let's show him the book.
Should we show him the book?
Sure, why not?
Hey, this book, it has your name in it. Is it yours? Do you want
you
it?
stole my fucking book!
Oh.
How dare you steal my book? Turns into a werewolf, kills us immediately.
No.
If you have the Book of Healers, you decide to show this to Gunther. If you have an affliction, Gunther will help you with this in return for getting the book back. If you don't have an affliction, Gunther will still reward you for the return of this book. So turn to 235.
Could we maybe bank that? We'll come back if we get afflicted with something, I promise.
Gunther thanks you profusely for returning his books, and rewards you with a magical potion of healing, which he has cunningly concealed in a secret drawer in the cupboard. Add this to your possessions. You can drink this at any time except during combat, and it will restore 4 lost stamina points.
Yay.
Thanking Gunther for this valuable gift, you leave and open the west door on the landing.
Clever username says, you need a pointy stick. Not the magic sword you got from a ghost. A pointy stick.
Opening the west door, you see a corridor stretching out towards the west before you. It is well lit, and a thick piled crimson carpet runs along the centre of the tiled floor. There is a door close by you on the north wall, and another little further along, you can also see there is a door facing you at the end of the corridor, and that corridor also turns south at that point. Will you close this door and open the south one on the landing if you haven't done so before? Open the north door closest to you, open the second north door, open the west door facing you, or follow the corridor round to the south.
There's a lot of choices.
Yep.
Well,
Yeah.
we've already been through the south door.
I'm thinking one of the north doors.
So the one closest to you or the second one?
I'm easy.
1 minute. Should have really signalled that that was... odds, we go to the first one. Evens, we go to the second one. Evens, we go to the second one.
Alright, so 267. Oops. You open the door and peer into a large dark room. You take a torch from the corridor to light a lamp in here and then look around. But you have the sword!
We light our magic sword and use that to look around, because that's a thing we can do.
On a block of black marble draped with black and crimson silk sheets is a dark wood coffin. Your heart beats rapidly as you advance upon it, but the menace is not within it. It is around you. Thickening and swirling in the air is a rosy, smoky mist which advances upon you with semi-solid tentacles trying to strangle you. A woo?
Oh, woo.
On second thoughts, the first one.
You cannot seem to escape, so you must fight this weird entity. Do you have a magic sword?
I fucking have one. God
Oh.
damn it.
Do we have a pointy stick?
I do have that.
Because the mist is all around you, it is easy to hit. You may add one to your skill when fighting the vampire mist.
Ooh, so we got 13 for this one.
Oh, that's promising. You can't be hit twice by this thing.
Yay!
It's got a skill of 7 and a stamina of 9.
Yay!
Oh.
Alright, first one is 11, so you win it anyways.
Yep. I rolled numbers.
Okay,
So we're on 7.
that is 17.
I rolled 18.
Good.
Thank fuck for that.
Yeah.
5. That is 11 again, so you win.
I rolled numbers.
So 3. That is 13.
I rolled 20.
Cool. And one more.
1 hit point.
14.
I rolled 23.
Cool.
Yeah,
You
he's
win.
dead.
Good job.
Yay us.
Yay you. Trembling after the fight, you gaze at the coffin. Mastering your fear, you open it. It is bare, save for a fine dusting of black dry earth on the bottom. You tip the coffin over, flinging earth over the floor, and smash the wood with the pommel of your sword.
Ha! That'll
In the
show
notes-
you.
In the notes box on your adventure sheet, record that you have destroyed one of Raina Heydrich's coffins. Gain 1 faith point.
Woof.
Destroyed.
Ha! That'll show you.
Where you gonna
So-
sleep now, bitch?
And we gain a faith point. We're on 9 faith.
Clever name.
Well.
See you later.
Bye.
He
Bye.
says, well, I gotta go now. I'll leave you this advice. Don't mess up.
We promise nothing
But we will try.
to mess up.
See you around, Clever name.
Oh yeah.
You leave the chamber. You can try opening the door at the west end of the corridor, or follow the corridor around to the south past this door.
Go to the
Oh,
go to the other door.
Yeah.
Get on the floor. Everyone walk
That's-
the dance door.
That's never gonna be an option.
Oh shit, that's a person. There's an image with this one.
Oh,
You enter a lavishly decorated suite of rooms with plush-covered furniture, exotic carpets and rugs, tapestries and paintings, and sackfuls of gold plates, gem-studded goblets, and decanters, ornaments. This place is dripping with wealth. There is also
Yay.
a person here. Lazily reclining in a throne-like teak armchair among leathered cushions is a stunningly beautiful young woman. Her flowing black curls tumble over her shoulders and frame her slender, very pale face. An emerald bracelet circles her wrist as she lifts an arm from the folds of her black dress and gestures to you to come forward. It is
She's
polite to
vampire.
knock first, but you may come in, murmurs Katerina Heydrich in a husky, seductive voice. Oh, sorry. It is polite to knock first, but you may come in.
can I just say how happy I am you said that she was wearing a black dress? Because up until that point, never mind. Carry on.
Will you attack her or
damn
talk
it.
with her?
Let's talk with her.
Sure.
All
She
right.
trying to kill us.
It's just
360.
be polite if we don't hurt, we don't kill first. So,
Her name's Katerina Heydrich. I think this is Big Bad's wife.
Or
sit
sister.
Down warily. You sit down warily beside Katerina. She offers you some fine wine and notes your hesitation. Laughing, she drinks some herself to show that it is not poisoned. Nevertheless, you
Not
can't
really the
sip
problem I
only
had
a
with
little
it.
bit. Then she asks you a rather startling question. Are you here to kill Raina? What will you say to her? Will you agree that you are here to kill Raina Heydrich, her brother, deny you intend to kill the Count, or say you are here to rescue Nastasia, the village girl?
We're here to clean the windows.
I'm here to clean the windows. I'm here to mow your lawn.
Gutters are blocked. You need to clear them.
Yeah, I'm the plumber. I was here to.
We hear you have a blocked pipe. Bow chicka bow wow. Do we tell her that we're here to kill her brother?
I mean, she's literally just up and asked us, which makes me think that she's another one of these people who wants him dead.
We did just tell her brother that we were here to kill her brother. But, like,
What is your quest?
Our quest is
I mean,
to fix the plumbing.
we're...
Technically, our quest is to save the villager. We're not actually here to kill what's his name.
I mean, if it comes
what is
up,
it?
we're not opposed to it, though, right?
And you have been told that prisoners are passed to Katerina.
Correct.
We have told us.
I get the feeling the voice in the sky is giving us a hint.
Well, I literally have no idea, but just in case.
I get the feeling the voice in the sky is just reminding us things.
It's either we mention the village girl, and she goes, "No, fuck you, she's mine," and she tries to kill us, or she's like, oh yeah, he gives them to me. I don't want them, no. Or she'll make a deal to give us the girl in returns for killing the cow.
Let's give it a go.
Let's
So-
say that we save the last.
We're here to save the girl, Black Widow.
281. Okay.
We're here to save Natasha Romanoff.
Yeah.
Katrina looks at you aghast. She is mine. I need her blood and that of the other girls to stay young. For a split second, you almost see through the illusion of her youth and gaze upon her true features, wizened and corruptly aged. Then she is attacking you. You must fight.
Oh, hello, Elizabeth Bathory.
Yes. Sean was right for the first time.
I told you she's gonna kill us.
I told you.
You have a magic sword.
Yes.
Have the magic sword.
Thank you, Ghost.
Thank you guys for the magic sword.
Ghost is good.
Great. Great
The woman-
sword.
Oh,
Great
fuck.
Tannie sword.
The woman laughs and produces an iced blue dagger from the folds of her dress. Fight her normally if she has a skill of 10. If you manage, she's got no stamina, but if you manage to hit her 4 times, then the fight is over.
Yay!
We just
All right,
have
so let's do it. I roll 20.
I rolled less than that.
Oh, good start.
We're gonna die.
Sorry, we're back to 12, right? So that was 18.
Yep. That is 13.
I rolled more than that.
Cool.
That was
Yeah.
15.
Okay, so 1 hit.
Good.
18.
Also 18.
You
Nothing
try. 20.
23.
hit her twice.
Nice.
Hit twice, okay.
Yep.
17.
18.
Hit her 3 times.
And 17 again.
19.
Good job.
4 times, a lady.
Ba, ba, ba.
No.
226. Katrina laughs at you again, but this time her cat-like eyes flare with anger. Roll 1 die and add 4.
No.
8 total.
Does that match your faith?
That is under our faith.
Oh, good. All right.
Yay. I think.
86. Yeah, it's good.
Yay.
You strike one final blow at your enemy, but she's disappeared. Before your eyes, she vanishes, leaving only the ghost of a laugh behind. Obviously, she has achieved some magical escape. You make only the briefest of searches here, aware that she could return as surprisingly as she left. You take gold ornaments and jewelry worth 7 gold pieces.
Yay.
And you also find in a desk a magical potion of healing, which you take.
Nice.
Which is the same effect as the other potion of healing we have.
So we got 2 potions of healing. How much was the jewelry and shit?
7 gold.
7 gold.
Now you leave and return to the corridor, following itself. Turn to 31.
Jewels?
Jules. The corridor turns south and there are 4 doors before you, 2 to the east, 1 to the west, and 1 at the end of the corridor facing you. Will you open the first door to the east nearest you, open the second easterly door, open the door at the south end of the corridor, or open the door to the west?
Doors.
Why
Open,
is this corridor going to be so fucking long?
open the first door to the east.
Alright.
Yes.
Because the last time we went past a door, we could never get back to it.
You open the door into a small linen store and see a large and possibly poisonous spider lurking among the starch cloth.
Never
You shut the
mind.
door quickly.
We
Back to the
set fire
corridor.
to the entire mansion.
So you can now just go through any of the other doors.
Go through the second door to the place.
To the east, okay.
To the east. Everything. We tried that.
227. You open the door and stride into a Spartan room with just a couple of tables and plain chairs, a bunk bed and similar humble furnishings, a small chest of drawers, a plain wardrobe and the like. Looking up from his writing desk is a tall, well-built man in his early 30s with light brown hair and brown eyes. His crooked smile greets you as you enter.
Hello.
Greetings, stranger. Are you lost that you have come to this wretched place? He asks. If you are charmed, you must attack him. Otherwise, you can choose to attack him or talk with him.
Well, if it's so insistent upon us attacking him, I'm thinking we need to talk to him.
Let's chat with him.
Okay, 397.
No question, who is he?
Well,
Okay.
that will be the first question we ask.
Have you met Katerina yet?
Yes.
If you have, and you agreed to kill Lothar for her, I'm assuming this isn't Lothar. Oh, he is.
Are you by any chance Lothar?
If you have,
Lothar?
and you refuse to do this or attacked her, well, we attacked her, so we do that.
You'd attack her.
Hi, we attacked someone round the corner. Is that of any interest to you?
You tell Lothar about Katerina and her evil nature, and he seems totally unsurprised. Looking very serious, he says he will tell you of the Haedricks and how you may be able to overcome them.
Yay.
So I have a feeling we could have met Katerina like earlier in the story and we didn't. So I think it's very good that we didn't.
Yay.
Oh, well.
Turn to 186, okay? 196. Lothar tells you to keep away from Katerina. She is dangerous, and taking on both her and her brother will be extremely difficult. He says that if you could destroy Reyna, then he and Gunther, the healer who is Reyna's brother, could probably deal with Katerina. He says he also has some items of value to you.
Yay.
Gimme.
116. Lothar asks you to turn round while he gets something from a wall alcove of a secret door.
This
He comes
can't
back.
badly.
He comes back with a bunch of keys and a wooden stake with a silver-tipped point.
Yay.
Yeah.
A pointy
These
stick.
These will get you into the Count's room, he says, handing over the castellan keys. Add these to your possessions. The Count sleeps in the crypt, but the crypt key is in his rooms to the south. You'll need to go south and open the door at the end of the corridor outside. The silvered stake, he explains, can destroy the Count as he sleeps in his coffin.
I was also going to ask if you were going to give us directions rather than just like, go for a wander. You'll work it out.
Lothar puzzles for a moment and says to you, I've overheard the Count mutter to himself about something he's hidden not far away with a magical lock on it. Forward and back, he says. Forward and back. He repeated that several times, and then laughed to himself. I don't know what he could have meant, but he surely meant something by it. He may be evil, but he isn't mad. This story makes no sense to you now, but who knows what you may find later. You thank Lothar for his invaluable help, wish him well, and follow his directions to the door at the south end of the corridor outside.
So with that advice, I think we need to put our left foot in and then out, and then in and then out, and then turn all around.
And did the hokey pokey.
That's what it's all about.
Yes.
The large door here is locked. Do you have the castellan keys?
No. Oh no, wait, yes.
Have you not been paying attention?
Yeah, I was paying attention.
You push past the unlocked door and find yourself standing on a stone balcony overlooking the courtyard. The balcony stretches to east and west of you and also continues round towards the southeastern edge. There are 3 other doors leading away from the balcony. One door to your right and clearly leads into a chamber next to the southwestern tower. If you want to open this door, turn to this number. A second door is halfway across the southern spur on the east side if you want to open that door, and the final door is at the extreme south of the balcony, furthest away from you.
Okay.
Thoughts, feelings, hypotheses.
What were the directions for the Count's room again? It was just south and...
Just
You
south,
really can't remember.
south and out that door, I think they said.
Carving out that door.
So,
Well, the next one leads to a chamber, which could be his chambers.
do you want to go there?
Yeah, why not? Let's give it a go.
Alright. 128. You unlock the rusty door and encounter darkness beyond. You need a light source here. Which
We
do.
have one.
Magical sword!
Stepping in,
Yes.
you make out a number of suits of armor and military trophies around the wall. A stag's head with spreading antlers, the bristly head of a huge wild boar, and others. The room is dank and dusty, and cobwebs hang everywhere. Suddenly, there is a rusty clank, and one suit of plate mail, armed with a bardichi, trundles towards you. You can stand and fight it, or try to slam the door shut and lock it behind you, evading the magical creation.
Lock it. Get out of there.
Does
I mean, Bardiche is a pretty horrible weapon.
So,
So I
lock
don't
the
think
door.
Okay, yeah, we'll try and lock it.
It won't be an easy fight if we fight it.
Alright, 215. Roll 2 dice.
Damn it!
9.
Okay, you pass.
Yay.
283. You slam and lock the door as the armor guard rain blows down with its mail gauntlets. Now you can try the door on the east side of the balcony or the one on the extreme south.
Extreme south.
Extreme south.
South.
Totally radical.
You use the castellan keys to open the door and enter a reception room. Lavishly decorated with comfortable armchairs and a chaise lounge and scattered cushions, this is a very comfortable place. There are some decanters of wine, which could be refreshing, and some sweet round sponge biscuits topped with thin dark chocolate, which look appetizing. Or you could just head straight for the door in the west wall of this room. Will you try the red wine, try the white wine, try the biscuits, or head for the west door?
Who's hungry?
We try nothing and go to the door.
Yeah, I'm not trusting anything in that room.
Okay. 45. Where is 45?
Between 44 and 46.
Yeah.
45. You push open the door into Count Rainer Heydrich's living room. Rich
Yay.
walnut wall panelings and oak furniture tell you that he's a creature of taste, at least. But you have no time to dwell on details, for two of his pets are racing to attack. A vicious vampire weasel and an evil-looking leathery-winged horned vampire bat.
I'm sorry, a vampire weasel.
Yes.
Yeah.
There is a picture of it.
Oh my god, I need to see that.
Fight the bat normally. Every attack round when you are fighting the bat, you must also roll 1 die in addition to the normal combat dice. If the result of this dice is 5 or 6, the hateful little weasel has sunk its fangs into your leg. Lose 2 stamina points because of this bite, if you're bitten. Worse still, the weasel sucks your blood for every subsequent attack round. The blood drain causes you to lose 1 stamina point. Once you kill the bat, the weasel runs away, but if it's bitten you, you lose a further 3 stamina points before the bleeding stops. Oh, this will be fun. Right, your skill is 8 and your stamina is 7 for the bat.
So skill is what? Sorry.
8.
8, stamina is 7. Okay, first roll is 14.
I rolled a 16 and a 3 for the weasel.
Okay, so he doesn't bite you and you attack it.
So,
Also, if the bat bites you twice, then it's the combat ends. So don't let it bite you. 16.
22 and 1 for the weasel.
Okay, still doesn't bite you, so that's 3. Uh-oh, that's 19.
This is a bad round for us, guys. I rolled a 15 and a 6 for the weasel.
So you lose 2 stamina, and then a further 2 stamina.
mm,
And now that little shit is sucking your blood. That is 15?
I rolled 18, 20.
20. Yeah,
That's
you
not
attack
one
it,
health.
but you still lose a stamina point.
we still lose a stamina point to the fucking weasel.
Are we on 1 now?
The bat's on 1 health.
Cool.
I rolled
You
a
rolled
23.
13, so
That
you
is
win,
dead.
he dies, but you lose 1 stamina point because of the weasel, and then a further 3.
1.
So if you want to drink one of those health potions now,
Yeah, should we just
We're on 7 health.
should we
Yeah,
should we chug a health potion or both of them?
Drug a health
How
potion.
much they give you? They give you 4 each, don't
4
they?
each.
So I think we take both healing
Okay.
potions.
Have we still got provisions?
Yes, you've got 9 left.
Yay.
3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on 15 health if we just take the potions.
Cool.
So let's do that.
You search the room and pick up some small trinkets worth 4 gold pieces. Add these to your treasure. There is only one other door in this room, in the west wall, so you decide to open it. Test your luck.
Remind me how to do that. It's 2 dice.
2 dice. What's your luck?
Our luck is 7.
I rolled a 6.
That is.
Okay,
So our luck is now 6.
and you are lucky. Well done.
Yay.
315.
Guys, I'm afraid I have to go to bed.
No, okay.
Good night, dragon.
I gotta go to my diabetic prevention plan to see if I lost some weight.
Ah, that's clear.
And we're gonna talk about carbohydrates.
Carbohydrates. My God, that's a thing a government has made up. So eat your thing and do your fucking dare.
Good luck in fighting the wagons, the vampires.
We
and,
know fight the dragons.
We don't fight dragons in this. We do not fight dragons in final boss fight.
Fight the dragon, fight the dragon, fight the
No,
dragon.
no, don't fight me, please. I am very speculative.
Good luck in fighting the fucking vampire. This
Okay.
Strahd.
If we make it to the vampire.
We might get taken out by his pet weasel.
I'll beat up the weasel. Throw it out the window. Easy said than done.
Night, Tannie.
Night, guys. Night, everyone.
So, as you unlock the door, a small sharp blade whips up from the doorframe and narrowly misses, inflicting a very unpleasant wound on your hand. Gain 1 luck point for this good fortune.
Yay.
So we lost the luck and then immediately regain it again.
Yes.
Yay.
Well, that's a fucking shitter.
Ooh, here we go. You enter the Count's bedroom, a nightmare of garish horror. A large mahogany coffin with silver hinges and handles stands in the center on a high wooden table, surrounded by black and crimson coverings. On the walls, tapestries and paintings show the Count's ancestors, all with the black hair and widow's peak, which betrays their vampiric nature. Some are shown gloatingly draining their victims of blood, and one even stands next to a fire demon. There seems to glow with menace at you as you look in. Walking around the room, you also find a locked safe underneath a second table, and a writing desk with 2 drawers and a pile of neatly stacked vellum and quills on top. Fearfully, you move to the coffin and throw it over. The wood splinters, the top falls off, the rich black earth cascades over the floor. You smash the coffin lid with the hilt of your sword. Record in the notes box in your rent sheet that you have destroyed one of Raina Hadrich's coffins and gain 1 faith point.
Ha, sucks to be you.
We've now got 10 faith.
Now, will you open the safe, open the first desk drawer, or open the second desk drawer?
Open the safe.
Alright. 271. You unlock the Count's safe. Inside you find a pile of credit notes, all bearing Raina Hadrich's signature, but these have no value to you, worse luck. Rummaging around among the papers, you lay your hands on a large black iron key. The key to the crypt where the evil vampire dwells.
Yay.
Add the crypt key to your possessions. Now roll 1 dice and add 3 to the number rolled.
6 total.
Alright, so you pass. 98. 98. The hairs on the nape of your neck rise as you sense that something intensely evil is in the room. Spinning around, you see a green, ghostly human shape beginning to take form in the doorway. You cannot run, combat is inevitable, but you do have time to perform 1 action of some kind before you are forced to fight. If you have time to wolf down some food or a potion to regain lost stamina, if you are able, or you can take a swig at the spectre with your sword. If you wish to strike the undead thing, turn to 3. If you want to perform some other action, decide what that will be, then turn to 117.
Should we attempt to attack it?
I mean, we're kind of okay on health.
Alright, so you want to attack it?
I think
Yeah.
fucking sorry, I sucker punch the thing. This is where it just forms in time to say, "Oh, finally I found it. I'm here to help."
So, my little chickadees, do you have a magic sword?
No.
Yes, we fucking do.
Why do they keep asking this when we've had about 5 combats now where we need it?
Well, I'm assuming that like there is a very high possibility that you don't go to that tower and then you don't get a magic sword.
Yeah, I know, but still, you wound the Spectre before it can fully materialize. Turn to 298 to finish the fight, and you may subtract 2 from the stamina total given there for the Spectre as a result of the initial blow.
Yay!
298. Okay. The ancient undead creature has an elemental malice and brooding hatred of living creatures which will not be affected by your faith, and it will fight to the last. And it's a good thing you did do that hit, because its skill is 10 and its stamina is 14, reduced to 12.
Okay.
Oh, nuts.
This'll be fun! Oh, good! It rolled a 22.
I rolled a 17.
Oh, we're off to a great start.
13 health.
Next is a 16.
I rolled an 18.
You hit it, so that's 10.
Fuck you, ghosty man.
That is 14.
I rolled a 18.
8.
Fuck you, ghosty man.
Number 14.
I rolled a 20.
So 6, I think.
Yep.
19.
22.
Good job. So is that 4?
4.
17.
Oh boy. Less than that.
We're on 11 health.
16.
Okay. 20.
18.
Ugh.
We're on 9 health.
18?
Yeah, more than that. 20. No, yes, 21.
So down to 2. 16.
Oops. Rolled a double 1 there, guys.
We're on 7 health.
15.
Oh, no. 16.
Oh my god!
I rolled a 3 and a 1.
If you win, you will leave the crypt. You will leave and make for the crypt, but first you must roll 1 dice.
Is it something that we get health back with?
Not with what I just rolled.
What did you roll?
A 1.
Okay, well, if you rolled a 6, you have to turn to this number, but we rolled not a 6, so we have to turn to another number. 354. Fingers crossed. 354. The undead malice of the Spectre has drained away much of your life energy. Deduct 1 point from your skill!
Ah, fat
So you're
smuggets.
down to 11 now.
Yep.
And I would recommend eating provisions now.
Yes, so would I.
How many can we chow down on?
Well, how much health do you have?
We've got 7 health left.
And what's your maximum?
18.
So 4, 8. I'd say eat 3 to get yourself back to maximum.
Sod it.
So we'll be on 6 provisions left, and we'll be back up at maximum.
To the crypt.
Just wiping away rations.
389. You follow the corridor north and then east towards the stairs leading down. Have you thought a minor basilisks in the castle?
What?
I assume we haven't?
I'm gonna go with no.
I'm gonna go with no.
So 296.
We've not fought that much, technically.
Yeah, you've been surprisingly good.
Hey, don't sound so disappointed in us.
Just before you get to landing, you reach a closed door on the north side of the passage. From behind it, you hear a brief noise, some kind of crunching sound. Will you open the door and investigate, or ignore it and make straight for the landing?
How do you feel about poking things, Sean?
I think we just go fucking down.
Yeah, we'll ignore it.
Alright, 191.
You ignore it, but it doesn't ignore you. You die.
You reach the landing, hurry down the stairs, and make your way back to the courtyard. You take out the crypt key and head towards the forbidden crypt with heavy iron railing gates and leering gargoyle heads. A huge shadow looms over you, and you spin around in panic, but it is just a low-flying bat, silhouetted against the moon.
Fuck you, bat!
The moonlight is a sickly, diseased yellow tonight, and there are other flickering things in the pale light, and the shadows round you. Do you have the major lycanthropy affliction?
No.
Okay, so we turn to 43. La 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 la. You insert the great iron key into the massive lock, and the heavily barred gate swings open. It is pitch black below, and you must have a light source, your lantern or a magic sword if you have one. You descend stone steps covered in dust, cut between walls which are cobwebbed and moss covered. The walls have pale decorations, and at intervals, leering gargoyle faces which seem to be looking at you. Or is that just your imagination? Rats scurry around in the distance as you step down into a tunnel at the end of the steps. You notice a small pile of bones at which they have been gnawing. They look not unlike human bones. With a shudder, you walk on until you reach a door, and you open this with your keys. Before you is a corridor in which you can see doors and alcoves in the distance. Now you must test your luck. Roll your dice.
I rolled a 10.
Oh, you serious?
That's
You
more.
failed.
Well, we dead.
Stepping forward, you wait, triggers a concealed pit trap. You fall heavily to a stone floor 10 feet below, lose 4 stamina points.
Ah!
Also, if you're carrying any brandy or holy water, these containers are smashed and you must cross them off your possessions, but you don't have either, so it's fine.
Nope.
So you can eat another provision if you want to get those points back. You managed to clamber out of the pit.
I mean, we've got the provisions.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. There we go.
There's... I don't think we're going to be able to buy him off with dinner.
You managed to clamber out the pit, a simple trap but effective in your case at least. Turn to 157.
Ow.
Some 10 feet along the corridor, you stand before 2 doors, one on either side of you. The door to the north has a dusty plaque with which you read after cleaning away the cobwebs. It simply says, Boris the Drunkard. This does not sound too promising. The southern door has a plaque which reads, Chancellor Konrad Schmidt, the meanest man in Mortvania. Ahead of you, you can see a T-junction with north and south turnings, and also a door at the end. Will you enter the tomb of Boris the Drunkard, enter the tomb of Chancellor Schmidt, or move on to the T-junction ignoring these doors?
I want to just check out Boris's crypt.
So do I.
Okay.
Yeah, let's check out Boris's.
Yeah, screw the Chancellor, but yeah, Boris. Boris needs
You
a friend.
unlock the door with your keys. It opens into a small bare stone chamber with a plain stone sarcophagus in the center. If you want to investigate, you can, or you can just do the other 2 things.
Let's investigate.
Poke around.
262.
Ooh, got any booze?
You prise the lid off the sarcophagus. Inside is an ordinary skeleton, but there is also an ornate brass bottle, and the seal round its stopper looks intact. You can inspect the contents of the bottle by opening it, or you can do the other 2 things. Might as well check it out.
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
306. Inside the bottle is a well-aged brandy, which has magnificent restorative powers. When it is drunk, 4 points of lost stamina can be regained.
Fuck yeah.
You may drink it now or keep it for later.
Keep
Boris may have been a drunkard, but he knew a good pick-me-up when he found one, and you should be happy to drink his memory. Or to drink to his memory.
I'm not going to bother adding it. I'm just going to put another, because I've not crossed off the potions of healing, so I just put 1 potion of healing.
Alright. Now you may open the Chancellor's tomb if you haven't already done so, or head for the T-junction. Let's go check out the Chancellor.
I think this will end up in a fight, what we can do.
Yeah, give it a
Yeah,
go.
something valuable. 359. You open the door to gaze on a horrid scene. The stone sarcophagus in this bare room has been smashed open, and a half-rotting green thing, which may once have been a human, is crouched close by the door, gnawing on a bone. Immediately
Hi.
leaps snarling to attack you. An
Oh.
overwhelming stench of rotting flesh nauseates and weakens you. Will you fight this creature or try to get out, shut the door, locking the thing inside?
Should we fight it, Sean?
We can try.
Okay.
Let's fight it.
120.
I have a horrible feeling it's going to be something that's going to like reduce our stamina or our skill while we're fighting it. But
Your faith is useless against this stench ghoul, a creature fired by a malice that has grown insatiable over years of imprisonment, so you must fight. Because of the nauseating stench, you must subtract 2 from your skill for the duration of this combat only, so you're on 9.
yes.
And the bad
Great.
thing is, he's on 8, and his stamina is 9.
Oh.
And if he hits you 3 times, you're fucked!
Yay!
So we can't
Right,
get
get ready.
hit.
Alright, 14.
13.
Good start!
That's 1 hit.
13.
16.
Cool. It's on 7. 18?
What are we on? 9. 19.
Yeah. Cool. So 7, 5. That was 1, so 6. 14.
16.
Okay. 3.
Mm.
16.
20.
1. 13.
14.
Well fucking done.
We killed the stench ghoul.
180. With wiping the last of the slime from the stench ghoul of your sword, you take a quick look around and find a leather bag in the sarcophagus. This contains 5 gold pieces, which you add to your treasure. Well, it
Yay.
wasn't all worthless. And we've already checked out Boris's place, so we can head down the corridor.
Let's do that.
230. Okay. At the eastern end of the corridor is a black door with heavy iron bands. At the sides, to the north and south, are small side passages, which also end in a black wooden door. Checking them swiftly, you find the northern door has a plaque which reads, Dr. Pieter Faustus, physician to Count Wilhelm Heydrich. The other doors have no decoration. Will you open the north, east, or south door?
Which one of them has the decoration on it?
The northern door.
Should we do that one first, Sean?
Can do.
Yeah, north door.
Okay. You enter a mausoleum containing a sarcophagus and some... There's a lot of sarcophaguses.
It's a crypt.
And some wall shelves and tables covered with a bizarre array of items. You notice surgical equipment, blades, bottled specimens, and freaks of nature, jars of fluid, and a number of severed limbs and heads which appear to be in perfectly preserved condition. So this is basically Dr. Show's lab.
Shut up, all of you!
This is rather disturbing. So will you search the chamber, leave and open the east door, or leave or open the south door?
Let's search.
Okay. 313. Oh, what the fuck?
Never mind.
We've just
You look
found
around for
something
any-
horrible, John. It's all your fault.
There's a picture of this. You look around for anything that may be of value, but as you search the shelves, you hear a strange bubbling, gulping sound behind you. Spinning around, you see a disgusting greenish-yellow seething monstrosity slithering from the sarcophagus and blocking your way to the door. Most horrible of all, in the depths of the foul slimy mess, you can see what could just be the remains of a human face. It slides along the floor towards you, stretching out with limb-like pseudopods. To reach you, you must fight the horror. Now, here's a problem. Combat ends if it hits you once.
Ah, futs.
Its skill is 7, its stamina is 9, so good fucking luck. But you're back to 11, so you should be fine. 15?
18.
Oh, thank God.
Thank fuck for that.
14.
16.
Okay. 5. Ooh, lucky. 10.
17.
3. 14.
21.
1. 15.
20.
God, John. Having destroyed the loathsome remains of Dr. Show, do you want to finish searching the room?
Not Dr. Show!
I would assume you want to finish searching the room.
Nah, fuck it, let's go. Yes! Yes, we want to finish searching the room.
As you rummage around, one of the arms on the shelf suddenly grabs your arm and holds it quite firmly. It's not hurting you, but won't let go. You can try to hack at the limb with your sword since it isn't grasping your sword arm, or just stay put and see what happens.
I have this horrible feeling that if we try to hack it, we're going to end up hurting ourselves.
So,
Yeah.
just be put.
Stay put.
I think we're possibly damned if we don't, but yeah.
I mean,
30.
do we take this for the one-armed man in town? We found you a friend. It's an arm with no man.
The index finger of the hand is raised, painfully slowly, and it gestures towards the south. Out of the corner of your eye, you see a bottled human head opening and closing its eyes, apparently trying to speak, but it says it can say nothing. Again, the finger gestures to the south, and for an instant you think you can hear a whispering voice saying, "Help." Then the arm falls back lifelessly from you, and the head does not move. This is unnerving. You must lose one faith point, and you abandon your search straight away. Will you now open the south door at the T-junction or the east door?
Oh.
So we're on 9 faith.
Yeah.
But it was pointing south.
Yes.
So let's go south.
Woo. Page 8. You insert the key into the lock and push the door open. Inside there is a row of simple tombs with no markings or decorations, all identical. You have a strange sensation. Your nerves are tingling, and a bead of sweat drips from your brow into one eye, making it sting. You rub your eyes to clear your vision, and when you look again, you can see a pale, ghostly figure drifting towards you, gesturing you to come forward. The apparition, seemingly a woman, is young, gaunt to face, and looking very determined. You can either flee or walk towards her.
I'm thinking walk toward her.
Yeah.
Okay. 102. I'm enjoying this. Are you guys enjoying this?
I'm enjoying this.
Ooh, there's a picture. This looks nice.
Yay.
Fuck.
Ooh, this looks very promising. The ghostly girl communicates with you by telepathy. I am Jandor, one of Katarina's victims, she tells you. I was caught off guard and my magic could not help me before I was bled to death. You shiver, contemplating such a terrible end. There is no time for that. My tomb, she gestures. My magical ring of spell storing is in it. It will help you in your quest. All those buried here have been consumed by the Hadriches over the years. Bring us our revenge. You nod grimly to her. You seek nothing more. The youthful wizard's ghost watches as you open her tomb and take the plain gold ring from her skeletal hand. The ring originally had 6 spells stored in it, but now only 3 remain. Each spell is usable only once. Roll 1 dice 3 times to get 3 different numbers between 1 and 6, then consult the list below to see which spells the ring has within it.
I rolled a 2, a 4, and a 6.
You get Great Strike, Luck Spell, and True Heal. So, let's see what Great Strike does. 160. Great Strike is a spell that is usable in combat when you wield a sword. You cast the spell before you strike, and if you have the higher attack strength and land a blow on your enemy in that attack round, your blow does 4 extra points of damage. If you do not land a blow in the attack round when you use the spell, though, the spell is useless. And you must decide if you want to use the spell before you throw the dice to find out who has the higher attack strength. So that's what Great Strike does.
We hit like a truck, but you've got to hit first.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then you got Luck Spell, so 323. Where is 323? 323. Luck Spell will restore 3 lost luck points whenever you cast it, which you can do at any time except during a combat. Okay.
Pretty useful.
Oh, very useful in your case.
Shut up!
And finally, True Heal. So 120. You basically got all the stat spells.
Yay.
Truce Heal is a powerful spell which will regain lost stamina for you up to 1/2 of your initial stamina. So, for example, if your initial stamina was 17, the spell will heal 9 lost stamina points. You can cast it at any time except during combat.
So that was just a heal 9 hit points. Which is very good.
Yeah. You also could have got Force Wall, Gander's Bolt, or Shatter. So, fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed we got the good ones.
You leave with the Ghost's Blessing. Turn to 59.
Okay.
Right, 59. You slam the door behind you. As you look northwards, you see a slimy trail of greenish-yellow muck seething from under the door to the north. You open the eastern door quickly and slip through. Turn to 371. So many pages. 371. You open the great black door to the east and step into a dank corridor in which there is an almost palpable sense of evil. Your light source shows gleams reflecting ahead, and you see the yellowed bones of your guardian, the guardian, which is moving swiftly towards you. The huge four-armed skeletal creature, a major Thassalos, carries a massive black scythe, a great green glowing eye sockets glow above the mindlessly grinning slack jawbone of the skull. You may either fight it, or if you can, cast a spell at it. But we don't have a spell,
any
I believe, which can
spells.
affect it.
Not
So-
really, no, unless
So-
we want to heal it.
Let's not do that. Let's punch it. Or stab it with a sword, probably, but, you know.
22. Oh, fuck me.
Never mind.
The Mage of Thassalos is the most powerful of all the Count's Guardians. When you fight it in each attack round, you must roll 1 dice in addition to the normal combat dice rolls. If the roll is 1 to 5, a green ray of intense cold from the eye sockets of the monster freezes you, and you lose 1 stamina point. Only if you roll a 6 will you be able to evade this ray. This happens no matter who has the higher attack strength in the attack round, so the Thassalos is a formidable enemy.
Cool.
It has skill of 10 and stamina of 15.
Well,
So, good luck, John.
this is where the game ends.
How much health are we on?
16,
And what was our maximum?
18.
Okay, so we're fine. 15.
I rolled a 17, but I also rolled a 3.
Okay, so 1 down for you, and that's 13 for him. That's 20.
That is also 20.
Oh, thank
And
Nothing happens.
and I rolled a 6.
So we don't take any damage.
That is 13.
I rolled a 2 and also a 16.
You rolled a 2. Okay, so,
So that's we get hit by the greeny beanie,
so
but
you lose 1, but
we hit
so
him.
That's 11. Okay. That is 18.
That's a 15 and a 1.
That's
Okay.
3 damage.
3 damage to us.
Reminder that you've got Great Strike and a load of luck. Well, not a load of luck points, but still.
Should we do Great Strike, Sean?
We can try.
If you cast it, you gain 4 points, I believe.
We do
I thought it
4 additional damage.
Okay, so.
We don't get anything to the attack, but we do more damage if we hit him.
Let's
All right.
do
well,
that.
I rolled 16.
I roll. Bollocks. Poop. I rolled 18.
Cool.
So we hit him.
Hit him for 6.
So
Well done.
6 damage. So that's 11 minus 6. So it's fucking. I can't do math. 5.
Also, I
5.
rolled a 5.
Cool.
So
Well, not cool, but cool.
we take 1
So
point.
we still take a point of damage. So he's on 5 health.
19.
Yep. We rolled 16 and a 4.
3. We're on 7 health.
16.
18 and a 4.
So 1. He's on 3.
Oh, good. 13.
17 and a 6.
So we don't take any damage. He's on 1 health.
And finally, 18.
He hits us for 3.
Ah!
We're on 3 health.
13.
Yeah, we hit him. But he hits us with the 1.
How much health are you on?
2 now.
2. But he's dead anyway, so...
Yeah, would you like to cast the restoration-y spell?
Yes.
I think we need to do True Heal, like, right now.
Yes. Let's do a true heal, and can we pig out on the rest of our...
Yeah.
So we've done Great Strike, and we are doing a True Heal. So 1, 2, 3, 4,
What's your maximum thing?
6, 7, 8, 9. So doing the spell gets us 11.
Yeah.
And we've
Okay.
got 5 provisions left.
And you've got the brandy as well.
And we've got the brandy as well. So do we want to drink the
So
brandy?
let's swig the brandy. That gets us up to 15.
4. Let's give it up to 15.
Do we want to have 1 provisions, and that gets us up to our max?
It does.
Sounds good to me.
Yeah.
So we're on 4 provisions.
So we fight the skeleton, and then we kind of collapse and just like swig the brandy and nom the provisions. And
We
just...
drink to Boris.
To Boris!
That is probably the closest we've ever been for combat.
That is
That
literally
actually scared me. Alright, 3 sets of stairs lead downwards to the end of the corridor, northwards, eastwards, and to the south. Each set of stairs is dusty, the walls are mildewed, and the air is dank. A powerful sense of evil seems to pervade even the nooks and crannies here. Which set of steps will you follow? North, east, or south?
North.
Sure.
Okay, 257. You take the steps down until you come to a door which bears no plaque or sign, although you can see that there are some scratch marks on the door, as if something has been removed or some creature has been trying to get in, or perhaps it's just defaced the door. Will you open it, or go east or south?
Well, I don't know.
Wanna open it?
Let's open it.
Sure.
Let's do that. 338. Pardon me.
So, Bobby!
You open the door into a chamber that is lit by a pearly globe of magical light shining softly over the quartz crystal coffin, which stands on a magnificently decorated catafalque. Inside the coffin you see a man. Of extraordinary height, almost 7 feet tall and with flowing blonde hair, he is smooth of face, fine of feature, and thickly muscled. The body must surely be embalmed. On the catafalque is a small ornamental shield with lettering which reads simply, Siegfried Heydrich.
Hey, I remember that guy.
Although you can see no belongings of the blonde giant inside his tomb, there might well be something concealed within it. Will you try to open the coffin, wait and see if anything happens, or leave and take the stairs back up?
They're not gonna hide any of his stuff here, are they, Sean?
No. That'll be... If what's his name as fucking... is currently basically living in this crypt, I don't see why he would store something that can kill him
Next door.
next door.
But do we want to just have a look inside just in case?
we can have a look. We can have Shifty.
Yeah.
Alright, 384.
Might be something else that you might have. Be helpful.
Roll 1 dice and add 5 to the number rolled. Oh, shit.
10.
What's your faith?
9.
You failed. John, you're an idiot.
Our faith was 10.
Well, I'm an idiot. It rolled a 5.
I'm joking.
I'm
As
not
you open the
dumb.
crystal lid of the coffin, a tingling electric shock passes through your arm and knocks you down. Lose 3 stamina points.
Son of a...
229. That was very...
We just ate for those.
From the body, a ghostly double of the man rises and sits up, then moves out of the coffin to stand before you. Towering over you, the shape of Siegfried Heydrich stares grimly down and gestures for you to follow him, pointing to the coffin. You lift the lid and gently move the body aside. Your shaking hands find a secret door in the base of the coffin. The gap is large enough for you to squeeze through, following the impatient ghost. You drop a few feet down to a stone floor and, half crouching, using your light source, you follow Siegfried's ghost along a short, narrow passage which opens into a kind of small shrine. Siegfried points first to a small, rosy quartz vial of colorless liquid. Holy water, he explains. You'll find that useful. Add holy water to your possessions. Then Siegfried looks at a very strange gilded bronze globe lying on the white clothed table before you next to the silver chalice. Do you have a stake?
Yes.
We have a silver tipped one.
Okay. 304. Do you also have a crucifix or the shield of faith?
We have a crucifix.
Good job. 104.
Go us. We has things.
I'm genuinely surprised because normally, like, the first time you play through it, we're always missing something.
Well, we're not out of the woods yet.
You already possess what is needed to destroy Rainer in his coffin.
Never mind.
Siegfried whispers softly. He rests in the south of here. You know where to find him. But we have more work here. Pick up that globe and concentrate upon it. If you have sufficient faith, it will serve you well.
Oh, fuck
Roll
nuggets.
1 dice and add 4.
I don't want to tell you what I rolled.
Did you roll 10?
Yes, I did.
Because I'm nice, do you want to roll again?
Yes, please.
Roll less than 10.
So what was it I'm adding to this?
4.
6 total.
Okay. I'm
Great.
being nice because that just pained me, to be honest. Ooh, you feel a surge of well-being from the blessed item, and your stamina is returned to its full initial level.
Yay!
Like, fuck for that.
Lucky fucking us!
What, so you're telling me we failed the faith thing and lost 3 health and then proceeded to go to a globe and they gave it back?
Oh, I love it. You possess all that is needed to destroy Rainer in his coffin, said the ghost softly. But can you fight him? Do you have the Book of Swords?
No.
Turn to 14.
Do you happen to have the Book of Swords, Mr. Giant Ghost Man?
Do you already have a magic sword? Yes, we have a magic sword!
I think you answered that, yes. You gave us this!
You ascend back into the coffin and leave the under-tomb. The ghost fades as you depart. You climb the stairs back to the T-junction, and from here you can go to the east stairs or the southern stairs.
He's already told us it's in the south.
So should we go east? Let's go south.
Okay, 161. You open the door with your keys and enter a bare stone antechamber, decorated with wall carvings of rats, bats, and wolves. Opposite you is a door, and from the narrow slit along its base, baleful red light spills out from the chamber beyond. Roll 1 dice. If you roll a 1 or a 2, basically just roll dice and tell me what you have.
2.
2, turn to 279. Okay.
You die.
Oh.
I love it if one of them was just literally, you die. Gives no explanation at all.
279. As you cross the room, one of the carved stone rats comes to life and nips at your heel. Lose 1 stamina point. As you turn to strike, it is gone.
Oh,
You
son of a
cross the room
bitch.
and open the door.
I mean, I just think... It just says here, you die, followed by the sound effect from Dark Souls. I don't understand that reference.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, we found them. You step into a palatial chamber lit by glowing oil lanterns with red crystal lenses. Black, crimson, and silver wall hangings obscure the walls, and you can see no other exits. The room is magnificently furnished with teak and walnut and silverware and marble gleam in the soft light. Some 20 feet away is a raised balcony at the top of marbled stairs with gilded banisters, and there stands a dark-haired man with blazing eyes. Wrapped in a cloak of the deepest black crimson. The Count!
Boom, boom, boom.
Behind him, you can see a chained girl, her long auburn tresses tumbling over her bare shoulders, struggling without hope to free herself. Her lovely fair face turns to you as she cries out for help, but your eyes are fixed on the terrible, dark, charismatic Count. His green eyes are afire as he gazes at you and parts his lips in anticipation. John!
Hi, that's me.
Try not to fuck this up. Roll 1 dice and add 6 to the number rolled.
Oh, God.
And I'm not allowing you a second roll.
If this is luck, we're just blatantly fucked.
I don't want to tell you what I rolled.
What did you roll?
I rolled a 4. So add 6 to that is 10.
Okay, 167. We fucked. Where is it? 167. The vampire has charmed you. You cannot attack him. He steps down triumphantly and his fangs are bared as he reaches for your throat. Are you wearing garlic?
Nope.
Oh no! 72. Count Hadric sinks his fangs into your throat and sucks greedily as you warm strong blood. You lose consciousness for now, but you will soon rise from the dead as his mindless servant. The end.
Could we possibly revert
Yes, you can go
to
back.
revert to that not happening? And I rolled a 3 this time, which is a 9, which is a success.
I will let you do that because I really want to see the end of this. Okay, so if the total is equal to your fave, turn to 274 instead. The Count has tried to cast his vampiric charm upon you, but he has failed to control your mind, and now you can fight freely, magically!
Ha-ha!
Will you run at him and strike with your sword, throw holy water at him if you have any, cast a spell if you can, or get an item out of your backpack?
We have holy water.
Yes, let's do that.
216. You throw holy water at the vampire. Roll 1 dice and add 1 to get a number between 2 and 7.
5.
I would have just laughed at you and just say 10.
This is the number of points or damage the blessed liquid does to the maddened undead creature, whose skin now seems to be on fire.
Yay!
How much was that? Sorry?
5.
5 points.
If you have another one available, you have time to throw a second vial with the same results, or you can attack by sword or spell. Keep a note of how many points of stamina loss you have already inflicted on the Count. We don't have anything to attack spell-wise, do we?
No.
No, we've only got a luck spell.
Alright, you
We
can
could-
attack by sword.
We could try throwing the empty thing of brandy at him just for fun.
We're not doing that.
Ha! Bottle!
Whoosh. 26.
Let's go stab him off.
Do you have... Yes, we have a fucking magic sword!
No, we lost it. We gave it to Boris.
372. Here we go. You can strike the vampire with your magical weapon and wound him. He uses no weapon but deploys his inhuman strength to smash and bludgeon you with his powerful fists and claw at your face and arms. With a skill higher than the limitations of a mere mortal, Count Rainer Hadrich is a very powerful enemy indeed.
Ah, poop.
Oh, Jesus. His skill is 13.
Well, it was
His
nice
stamina-
knowing you.
His stamina is 21, which is now reduced to 16.
That's still less than us.
Okay, if the Count's stamina is reduced to 4 points or below in this fight, turn it once to 28. Keep a record of not only the Count's current stamina score, but his skill score too, since you may come across him again later. Let's begin. This is gonna be fun maths.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit. I rolled a 24.
I rolled 2 1s.
So 2 points damage to us.
Remember, at any point you can use your luck points to reduce damage, but it only recommends it if you're about to die. Oh my god, it rolled... That's 23.
I want new dice. I rolled 2 1s.
You're on
That's nice.
13 health.
Hey! Because I'm streaming and I need to see my dice. Say hi!
Hi.
Hannah was using them. Cleaning her shoes. What did you... What did you roll, John?
I rolled a 3 and a 1. So 15.
I rolled 19. I think we're kind of fucked.
We're on 11 health.
Oh, that's a bit better. I rolled 18.
I rolled 19.
Oh, good. We hit it.
So he's on
14.
15 health now. First time we've hit him.
Oh my god, 21.
18. No, 17.
Can I just... If we go to 0 hit points, do you just want to skip to the thing? Oh, here we go. Now I rolled 2 1, so 15.
Yeah, more than that, so it's 18.
Alright. Oh, we're looking a bit better. 19.
Nope, 16.
I lied. Oh my god, 21.
18.
I just turned it down to 5 anyway.
23.
I'll just turn it down to
18.
Oh my god, this is horrendous. 21.
I'll just turn it to 1.
Yep.
Okay. One more. Oh, good. 2 1s.
21.
Okay. What's it
He's
on
on-
to now?
He's on 10 health.
Well, this is a fucking miracle he survived this. He rolled 17.
Yeah, we lost.
We're dead.
Okay, I'm going to say
16.
we can... I'm going to say we will reduce him to 4 points anyway, and I will give you 10 stamina. That sound fair?
10 stamina. And he's on
So
4.
28. Yep, and he's on 4. 20.
Oh, that was a fucking hard fight.
That was close. All these dice are going in a dice jail.
Before you can finish it off, the hateful undead thing transforms itself into a gas cloud and floats away. If you have a Force Wall spell and wish to cast it, turn to that. If you cannot or do not wish to, turn to that instead. So 60.
We cannot.
The count floats away behind some wall hangings. You search but can find no doorway behind them. You know that vampires can regenerate, and you know too that you didn't kill him off. You guess that he may be back before long. You have time to perform 4 and only 4 actions. Decide what these will be. You could eat a meal. This will take 2 actions, and you can wolf down only 1 meal at a time. Drink a potion of healing or restorative brandy. Release the girl with your keys, which will count as 2 actions. Cast a spell such as a true heal or luck spell. Or get some object from your backpack. 1 action per item you want to retrieve. When you have decided what to do, turn to 178.
So,
I would suggest eating a meal and freeing the girl.
That was what I was thinking.
so meals cost 2 points, don't they?
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're having a meal.
Have a meal, free the girl.
Free the girl.
178. The vampire reappears in his room in human form. Oh, add 8 points to the stamina score he had when he escaped, which was 4.
He's at 12.
Fight him again, and if you manage to reduce his stamina score to 4 or below once more, turn it once to 212.
Cool.
Let's
So he's
begin
on
again.
12. So he's on 12 stamina.
Yes. Right.
No, he's on 12. Yeah, he's on. Yeah, I was right. 12 stamina.
So 20.
Sorry, I was getting new dice. 16.
Do you just want to skip this?
Nope.
Alright. Okay, well, that's 22.
Yep, we go down.
We're on 10.
You really just want to skip this? I'm trying to be nice to you guys.
That's 18.
That's 18. Well, that is 20.
We're on 8.
Jesus Christ.
21.
That's 19.
We hit him.
We fucking hit him.
Hooray, for once.
He's on 10
What?
health.
This guy's so ridiculously hard.
Because he's probably the last boss.
18.
They're normally not this hard. 18? Oh, good, that's 17.
Hey, fucking he's on health.
He's on health.
Uh-oh. 15.
I don't need health.
21.
We go down.
Once again, trying to be nice. 17.
Yeah, we hit him. That's 19.
He's on 6.
6. Okay. Oh, that's a bit better. 19.
Uh, 18.
So what did he get again?
19.
So we're 4.
That is 21.
No, we got 18.
Get 2.
22.
19.
I reduced it to 0 before either of you rolled.
Right, well,
spend some luck.
In terms of Universe 3, we're already dead, so there's literally no point. So, do you want to go to 212?
Sure.
Let's do it, 'cause there's literally no point in spending luck.
No.
In desperation, the cat will try to bite your throat rather than batter you with his fists. You may subtract 2 from his skill when he tries this biting attack. His bite causes normal damage on the first hit unless you have the Curse of the Healer, which we don't.
Nope. So he's on an 11 skill for this attack.
So he's at 4 health as well.
Yes.
Oh, perfect. That is 15.
I rolled 19.
Cool. You need to make sure he doesn't bite you twice. One more hit. That is 21.
Rolled 19 again.
Okay, so he bites you. That is 18.
That is also 18.
Doesn't hit. That is 16.
That is 20.
Good job.
0.
Alternative universe number 4, we win!
Well, not necessarily yet.
Alternative universe number 4, we may win.
You drive home what you know is a killing blow. With an inhuman shriek, the Count's body crumples and is slowly transformed into a cloud of gas. Check the notes block on your adventure sheet. Have you destroyed at least 2 of Raina Haedrix's coffins?
We have.
Well done. 19.
That's very condescending, book.
That was a very condescending.
The gas cloud seeps slowly behind a wall hanging, and you reveal a secret door there. Opening it, you uncover the last of Raina Haedrix's coffins. Throwing back its lid, you find the slowly reforming body of the vampire. Do you have either a crucifix or the shield of faith, and also either a stake or the magical sword Nightstar?
Yes.
We have a crucifix and a stake.
Good job. If you have at least 1 pair of each item, you know what to do, so turn to 32. That
So you pick your nose with a stake and you...
With the symbol of the cross, the crucifix, or the shield of faith held over your body, or over the body, you drive the point of the stake on Nightstar through the evil heart of Count Raina Haedrix. Spots of black blood splash on the white silk lining of the coffin and on your hands, but you don't relax your grip. An unholy shriek comes from his mouth, and the clawed hands of the expiring vampire grip the coffin rim, then slowly go limp. The body gradually crumbles to dust. At last the Count has sent to join his vampiric ancestors in the Hells. Gain 2 faith points and 2 luck points.
Yay!
What? I just let her in before! Oh, for sure. They keep like the Count every time I let her in.
So when we gain luck points, are we actually surpassing our natural luck?
No, but you do surpass in faith.
Yeah, that's right. So we didn't have any luck spent anyway, so...
Oh, Jesus. Slumped over the remains of the Count, you were awakened from your exhausted reverie by the voice of Nastasia calling to you. You unchain her if you haven't done so already. Her deep blue eyes look into yours, and then she throws her arms around you, calling down blessings on you for saving her from a terrible fate. By a stroke of good fortune, she is a healer, and she attends to your wounds expertly. Recover 4 lost stamina points, which I'm just going to say puts you to full, because fuck it.
Good. Claps.
Oh,
You tell her how glad you are that you have freed her from the evil vampire count, but Nastasia's eyes grow wide and she cries out, "Oh no! It wasn't he who was going to kill me, it was his sister!" You have a sinking sensation in the pit of your stomach, and then she is here, standing in the room before you, gazing straight into your eyes. Have you met Katerina Heydrich before?
we have.
What now? Oh, for God's sake! Alright, well, can you tell Hannah to stop screaming her songs every day? Well, can you tell her that anyways? Alright, you ready?
Yes.
If Katerina has tried to charm me before and failed, turn to 20. If she's tried to charm me before and succeeded, turn to 276. If she has not tried to charm me previously, turn to 293.
She has not tried to charm us previously.
Okay.
We met her and immediately pissed her off.
Yeah. 293. Katrina's brilliant, dazzling green eyes gaze into yours. She is trying the same trick as Raina used. Uh-oh.
This went well last time.
Roll 1 dice. Oh, good luck. Add 4. So, considering you just gained 2 faith points, you should be fine.
I'm going to tell you what I rolled this time.
What'd you roll?
I rolled a 1.
John, I'm so proud of you.
Yay, me.
343. Oh,
I
I don't think
I
you
remember all
failed
the
that,
failures.
Oh.
343. You resist the hateful woman's attempt to control you and strike out with your sword, inflicting 2 points of damage on her stamina.
Haha.
Turn to 106 to continue the combat.
Fuck you, bitch.
106. Ooh, this should be easier. Katerina holds a needle-sharp dagger in her left hand, and she is exceptionally skilled in its use. If you have had the chance to strike her already, you may subtract 2 from her stamina score given below. Her skill is 10, her stamina is 10, now down to 8.
What is our stamina at?
Amy's just said we got back to full, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yay.
Because I'm high. You can fight her in one of many different ways. Will you make a first attack using your sword, using a spell by throwing holy water at her, or using a silver mirror hoping to make her recoil?
Can we?
We don't have. We don't have.
We don't
holy
have
water,
any
we
of
have a
those
mirror.
things.
So I suppose
Sword.
Sword. 164. Conduct the combat normally by turning back to 106. Your opponent is not actually a vampire, so if you have a magical sword, Night Star, you can claim a bonus of only 1 to your skill in this combat. But we don't have Night Star, so it doesn't matter.
No, we just got a regular old magical sword.
Alright, so let me get back to the page. We need to make sure our stamina does not go below 5.
Okay.
And if we win the game.
Yay.
So, we begin with 16.
I rolled a 20.
Okay.
She
so
is
down
on
to
6 health.
15.
I rolled an 18.
She is on 4 health.
16.
I rolled a 18.
She's on 2 health.
And 18.
I rolled a 15.
She hits us.
14.
I rolled a 18.
She fucking dead.
Turn to 400.
Yeah.
The lifeless body of the would-be ruler of Castle Heydrich falls to the floor. There is no hideous shriek like the soul-rending cry of the Count dispatched to hell, but simply the choking sigh of an evil woman meeting her just end. As she falls, her appearance changes. The illusion of her youth disappears, and a wizened old crone lies at your feet. Nastasia gasps in horror and looks away, burying her face in your chest. You pull an arm round her and lead her slowly up the stairs, away from the evil place. Turning as you leave the crypt, you see the shade of Siegfried standing behind you, waving a last farewell. At last I can rest in peace, you sense in feeling, and you wave back as he makes a last gesture of blessing upon a warrior as brave as, but more successful than, he was.
Bye.
Rude. Bye, bitch. Castle Hadrich has been cleansed of its timeless elemental evil by your hand. You sheath your sword and lead the girl back home to the hero's welcome that rightfully awaits your return. But not technically rightfully, because it took you 4 attempts to kill this guy. So therefore
it
you
did.
win.
Yay!
Yay, one of our alternative universes survived.
Just Siegfried waving at the end, going, I've got a weird feeling that you shouldn't have actually lived through this.
Well,
But yeah, that was Vault of the Vampire.
that was Vault of the Vampire, and
Because there literally was only one vampire.
we killed him.
You did?
We killed him dead. Eventually.
He's dead. He's dead. Deader than a doornail.
Thank you guys in the chat for joining us and sticking with us for so long. If you have stuck around this long and haven't done so already, please do hit that follow button. It's a great way that you can support us, and it lets you guys know when we go live. We're now just over 10 people away. I think we're 12 people away from 200 followers on the channel, which would be cool. Tomorrow night, Jeff and myself will be playing Elite Dangerous. Jeff is now Elite in the game, and we're going to have a look at what that means for him and the Raven Strike. Friday, Jeff is in the GM's chair as the Princes of the Apocalypse campaign continues. They head to Womford to follow up the mysterious book lead on the missing Mirabar delegation, and we'll see how that goes for them. On Sunday, the Storm King's Thunder crew are back again. This time, the new members of the team are gathered around the castle as Fenthwick and Yaghol take them north to the spine of the world to meet with the Oracle of the Allfather. And maybe advance the plot line of the game a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would help.
Sticking around for next week. On Monday next week, myself and Sean are back in the Direwolf 20 mod pack on our modded Minecraft server on Monday night. On Wednesday night, a week from today, we'll be back with the Adventures of the Golden Tooth. On Friday next week will be a game of some description. And then on Sunday of that week, we'll be back with the Tomb of Annihilation crew as, Riordan runs around and touches everything that's cursed again. For now, guys, thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you real soon. Bye.
Bye.
Motherfuckers!